There is an Olodo uprising.
This Olodo uprising that we even have right now is
Olodo uprising?
yeah.
Not my words, but I firmly agree with the sentiment behind that statement because it highlights the one thing we all know but are too afraid to say out loud. We have become a people more interested in being entertained than being enlightened. We love the quick fix. I've seen so many rebuttals to YC's statement, and most of the responses have reduced this to a money issue, while completely missing the overarching argument. In the words of Chimamanda, Nigerians are virulently materialistic, so much so that every time a rational conversation is raised, the first thing we check is someone's net worth. We worship money the way we worship God. And maybe poverty has a part to play in that, but there is also greed. We have decided that only those with money are worth listening to. And therefore, the key to having a voice in Nigeria is to have money by any means. This debate is not a question of whether money is important. We can all agree that it is. The Olodo uprising is a question of why our society is drawn to entertainment instead of education. It is an analysis of why callousness is now a paid service in Nigeria. This is deeper than implying people are unintelligent or uninformed, and it goes beyond a lack of awareness. It is essentially asking, why is vile entertainment now more valuable than substance? That is a valid question. This is what Tosi Onilorunda meant when he spoke about Nigeria not having the talent. It is essentially the same thing that YC is alluding to. The human capital is available, yes, but people are no longer interested in the values that produce long-term results. They want short-term gains. They want to be uninformed and rich because the cost of information, time, effort, discipline, patience is simply too high a price to pay. We have become, as I mentioned, a people who value entertainment over enlightenment. And the fact that this concept is difficult for some people to grasp is exactly YC's point. Our generation's inability to recognize that values are fundamentally misaligned only reinforces the argument that there truly is an Olodo uprising. Again, no hate to Pella or any of these new generation influencers, but the truth is, they represent the failure of the Nigerian state to incentivize the next generation to education. They are the tangible expression, the fruit of our nation's inability to prioritize education. And their massive following validates the Olodo experiment, that crude entertainment is enough to satisfy Nigerians. It may not be their fault, but they are proof that we, the people, have chosen to be entertained, and our leaders and influencers have chosen to entertain us. If you don't want to be an Olodo, spend less time entertaining yourself and more time enlightening yourself.